For you youths out there, man, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be anything you want if you stay in school and make something out of yourself. If you don't, it's easy to get caught up nowadays. For a perfect example, look at my homeboy right here, Tray Dee, man, soul rest in peace. And this is his stepson, Sammy Parker Jr. He won a scholarship from Long Beach Poly, and he went to Oregon to play football. And let's speak about Long Beach Poly High School. They one of the most successful schools. It was in Time magazine how a lot of people made it to the pros in basketball, football, things of that nature. And they got a good name for themselves. Now, just like Sammy Parker Jr., he made it to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now he's a professional football player. Now here it is. This guy right here, he had the same chance. And he was at a party and a murder happened. And he got caught up. And like me, when I was their age, I was out there selling drugs. And here I am in front of my grandmother's house thinking I'm all that because I just got out of camp doing 8 months. But I'm frowning on this picture because these guys wasn't in front of my house like they were before I went to juvenile hall camp. And some of them I didn't know. So that's why I'm like, I got that look like, who is you? Remember this, it's a materialistic world out there. So, like my homeboy Dusty Loc from Rolling 20s, he got that 77 cal light dropped to the ground in front of my grandmama's house. All of us, when we was y'all age, we wanted the car, the girls, the pager, the money, the phone, the drugs, because it looked cool from a distance. But it's easy to get caught up, and you gotta watch out for the haters, you gotta watch out for the jackers. So you gotta have these things in mind. How y'all gonna react when the police pull up and people get to throwing guns and dope and stuff like that because they don't want to go to jail? But here it is. This man had a chance to be in the pros, and him too. He had a scholarship to go to Portland, Oregon. Deshaun Jackson from the Philadelphia Eagles and Donovan Warren from the Pittsburgh Steelers, they came up here and they spoke on it. And here it is, even them was mad because he had a chance to make it to the pros and he didn't. And he ended up catching 50 years to life. So to you youths out there, you need to be careful because once you get caught up, it's gonna be hard for you to beat your case. And have in mind that this guy right here, if he would have made it to the pros like them, then we could be like other families. We need more black-owned businesses. We need black-owned restaurants and different things of that nature. Look at Ford Motor Company. Look at Disneyland. Look at Magic Mountain. Look at Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, different Folgers Crystals, Kentucky Fried Chicken. When them people die, they leave it to their family and then they keep it going. We don't have that, and we need that. Well, we need more of it. So if you smart, you graduate from school and become something, because that was wasting talent. And now he took himself out the game. No, not the dope game, this game, the NFL, where he could have been something and could have did something with his family.
Here's the Long Beach Poly youth football team, Cowboys, midgets, in 1985. At the second row from the top is a picture of Snoop Dogg, number 12, in 1985. And the guy next to him on the right, number 3, that's my homeboy Cartoon. I got his name tattooed on my back. He was killed in 1989. May his soul rest in peace. When Deshaun Jackson and Donovan Warren came up here to show It's a Small World, Nate Dogg, may his soul rest in peace, and his brother Sam Dogg, that's Donovan Warren's uncles. Warren told the San Quentin group about a boy he knew in high school, a great football player being offered scholarships. He was a gang member who was involved in a drive-by shooting and wound up in prison for 50 years to life for murder. His brother just got drafted by the Tennessee Titans. For you youths out there, I'm letting you know right now, you ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to your parents. You ain't gotta listen to your teachers. You ain't gotta listen to that lady in the rocking chair that was your age once. I know some people you will listen to if you end up in here and you come join the Misery Club. Casey was convicted in late June of first-degree murder for the fatal drive-by shooting of Ali, dance student who was leaving Crumpy dance competition. Now I want y'all kids to hear this. For you youths out there, this is from the judge, from the trial of this case. Mr. Casey had potentials. I don't understand how young men can make the choices that obliterate their future. Casey was 17 at the time of the shooting, a promising poly-high defensive end and linebacker who had just secured a full scholarship to play football at the University of Oregon. Casey belonged to my former gang, the Long Beach Insane Crips gang. For you youths out there, remember this. Like I always say, you never realize how much trouble you in until you end up in that courtroom. And especially after you've been convicted to hear something like this. My brother could have been something, he told Casey, who did not make eye contact with Ahmed. You could have been something, but now you are nothing, and I hope you burn in hell.